Murphy, it opens up in front of him. Mackay staying down, he's laying. Eddie Betts streams into an open goal. Eddie kicks his first back at the Blues. They've got another one, Carlton.
Well, here we go here. It does look like there's a conservative side out there that are playing for the finish line. And
which is a risky strategy.
well, of course it is. Yeah, Maxi Gawn goes backwards, kicks a footy back 20 metres back the other way. And then you get this sort of thing happening. So, Carlton now full of running, full of momentum. Well, you got one side, and look, once it closes up like this, it forces the other team to attack again, which might be the response from Melbourne. But
he made a big decision, Joel Smith, to attack the ball, fly for the mark. He was the one on Eddie Betts at the time. He left him, and that's his man running into the open goal.
That is as bad a decision as the one to try and jump on someone's head, Paddy Cripps' head back in the third quarter. I mean, that's defence 101. They were already 2-1 in the air. So that's the finish that Eddie wants, and Simon Goodwin in his box, they've got some issues.
Cripps, the two balls collided. Pitternet to Murphy. Spears it, lace out to Eddie.
Gee, that's a perfect start. That's the sort of ball use you want. A couple of players getting over to Mark Pitternet. He got involved in the play, but he didn't panic. He realised the best option was just to shoot a hand pass to the waiting hands of Mark Murphy. Let the good kickers kick the footy.
And this was a great kick because he didn't try and break his rib cage. He just waited and let him run onto it. One of the star goal kickers of the competition through his entire career. And he's nailed a big-time goal there. Eddie Betts. Hoping under pressure with slow starts. That's exactly the start they were after. Yeah, that was brilliant. The best way to kick goals at this ground is the easiest way is to get it straight out of the middle of the ground, and you can just see the seas open up here. They get forward of the ball. The Cats have lost their sweeper, and Eddie just charged up the ground, getting off his man for the perfect start. Well done to all those players involved. It was Walsh, it was Cripps going head-to-head with Selwood. He was the one actually who knocked it forward, got the first contested ball going their way, and there's the space. You can't defend that. Came off a Reece Stanley win in the hit, but it was well guarded, well sharked by the Blues, who kept the ball in and kept it going all their way. Hughes with the job on Eddie. So they got a really good block by his teammate Casbolt. High leap from Stewart, but he let it get over the back. Nunes attacks, Silvani bends it back, Myers, goal square, Williamson, he might get one back, gave it to Betts, got it. He gave one up at the one end, but he got them one back at the other one, Williamson. And Eddie's got a couple.
He'll feel a lot better about that, Twain. I reckon he would have been feeling pretty low, pretty disappointed with himself, gifting Geelong their first goal at the other end, but it's the effort to come in here. Look at the attack of the Blues. Absolutely brilliant to get to the ball first, to keep it alive. And then Brian Myers is a little panicky under the ball.
He didn't take it on his chest or in his hands.
Unfamiliar position for him, Jared, when you're in the defensive goal square. Did well to get the arm free, Williamson, to get the hand pass out.
Having him around the ball. Look at Cripps, just slice his way through the heavy traffic. Good courage, Francis back with a flight. Eddie Betts, he got it.
Clear. Watch the big guys here, Gav. Yeah. A lot of work off the foot. Yeah,
Shelling piece for Eddie Betts.
What about that start? You want Casbolt clunking one, and then you want Eddie Betts front and centre. It's a big Blues start.
I understand, but if it's a clear block, I'll
Don't
pay.
let him bother with the celebration, Eddie. No, that's just regulation for him. They're dominating possession, the Blues. So a nice ball in there from Cripps. Just wants a contest out of his key forwards, and how often have we seen that over the years? Just the knack of being in the perfect position.
Can see much of Cripps. Doherty, no run-off half-back, so little wins and big wins for Secura so far.
At the moment, we want to get too much more ahead here, the Saints. Handball came on that occasion. The Blues, Casbolt gives it off here to Nunes. Nunes goes inside 50, almost a mark, not paid to well. Picked up by Betts, round the corner, Betts kicks the goal. And the Blues bite back straight away. Their first real flowing movement of the footy from half-back forward. And Eddie Betts, the man to get on the end of it, made that difficult goal look easy. So important goal there for the Blues to stay in touch. And what a big miss that Jonathan Marsh directly in front shot is now.
We'll just have a look at the half-back line here, and it's the ability of the Blues midfield and half-back line to share the ball. Everyone gets a touch and kicks into an empty forward line, a one-on-one contest, and then Eddie Betts, beautiful crumb, and his ability to finish on the turn. And sometimes everyone just needs a touch of the ball to get their confidence up and gets everyone involved in the game.
Makes a difference, Joe. So 5 goals this season, 4 of them for Eddie have come in the opening turn. So he's been able to hit the scoreboard early in matches, and that is absolutely what the Blues needed.
Couldn't get it out. Gibbons spears that towards Betts. Bounced off his chest. Johannesson caught. That's ball. Mackay. Eddie plays on. Eddie drills it.
Let him go. Zane. Brownie, all clear. All clear. Thanks, boys.
It's great when you see your key forwards doing that sort of stuff. So he's involved in the game. Big Harry early, chase down tackle. He seemed to be okay with the fact that he had his pocket picked afterwards. And
this is where you've got to be careful when you look at raw numbers of goals kicked. I mean, this is Curnow's goal. Sorry, not Curnow's goal, Harry's goal. And yet he won't get it marked, because he would have gone back and slotted that one. That's a great tackle. And Eddie's just picked it up and said, I'll take that one. Thank you very much.
Hey, that's an experienced player right there.
Rolls it to a dangerous spot. Well played, though. Plowman drives his way through them. Maybe a late roll of the dice here for the Blues. Cunningham goes long. Eddie's over the back. Eddie's lurking. Eddie gathers. Eddie goes. Oh. Nobody does it better than Eddie.
That was breathtaking. How quickly did they move that footy? Hasn't been their go, the Blues.
No.
That one end of the ground to the other stuff, but once they got goal side,
then it just became a race between the captain and Eddie. Whose ball is it?
I think you defer to the little master in that situation, the man that's been able to do it from every possible angle on every ground around the country. And the Bulldogs play a fronting defence, so anytime you're able to break through that first line of defence, we've seen a few times tonight, Gibbons and Betts and even Mackay getting out the back of the Bulldogs defenders because they front so aggressively.
That's all about the turnover. You can get the turnover, you get that ball going quickly into the forward line, then your defence gets that exposed. Up forward and Gibbons, slap on was delightful to Kennedy, to Betts. Just great ball movement, great awareness, the knock over the top, kick off the ground, and then the spear to Edward. He's having a laugh and a smile, Lynchy.
Yeah, so he should be too, because this is a big win outside the 4 points. These two teams are sharing a hotel, so at the Breakfast Bay Marie in the morning, it's going to be pretty uncomfortable for the Western Bulldogs players.
Eddie might be pretty happy he moved clubs. He might be playing finals in 2020. He uses some body language to get it through. He had to bend it, he had to twist it, but he got it there. And they're 3-3 right now after 6 games played in 2020. Throw.
Oh.
Was it throw?
Eddie's going to get his 4th.
Should be interesting on the replay. You are allowed to hit it, but you're not allowed to scoop it. It's a bit of both. Depends on who you barrack for, doesn't it?
There's a bit of ice cream about that one.
So the seconds tick down. Eddie takes his time. He's got 3 goals, 1 so far. Couple of skip steps. There's a new hero in town. the new blue, the same old blue that they've always loved, that the footy world loves. Eddie Betts has done it again, a 4-goal night, and the Blues have broken through the ton. 16-7, 103, one of the biggest scores of the season.
In the first quarter, but they were influential. Driving ball here. Lots of numbers, but Kyle almost got spoiled by his own ruckman pit net. Came to Eddie Betts, who can still keep them guessing after all of these years. How good was that again from Eddie?
He's a freak. I mean, some players just understand what's happening around them in an instant. Now have a look at this. Traffic everywhere. But as soon as he gets this ball, little fake step there, he knew that he had one more step in him before he had to kick that ball. He was already fashioning the ball in his hands, and that's the bit that we often don't concentrate. Look at what he does, ball in hand. He's already twisting that ball to do a banana. I mean, that is ahead of the game by minutes.
And his initial thought was actually to fly once again to this contest. Realises in the last second, no, it's not for me.
For the hands.
Feigns left. And you're right, just that ability to change the shape of the ball in your hand, Kingy. He goes from drop punt to check side within half a split second.
But the sell was so good, he'd almost corrected the ball straight away. One step to work with.
4 goals, 1 from 14 disposals last week. It was a season high for both goals and disposals.
Running Curnow, left foot down the line. Ball getting over the back now. Fisher's quick, we know that. Really quickly. Lukosius, he runs away from him. Second bounce, he's looking inside. What's he going to do? Gives it to Betts. Yep, he's got one. He had to get one tonight, and he does. He's been in a little drought, Eddie. No goals in his last 4 matches. And I know he was on the end of it, Duck, but he's looked lively. But what about Fisher?
Yeah, he's got some Lukosius. The bear jumped on his back.
Listen to the crowd with Eddie.
Yeah, he's a fan favourite tonight.
So have a look at this. Betts the beneficiary to kick his first goal in over 4 weeks. But have a look at Lukosius. Remember, he was running hard the other way a moment ago. Now he's calling for help. Anyone want to help? Because the big bear, as Duck said, jumped right on his back and said, mate, you've done too much running. I'm going to pull you up here. Oh, he was worn out from going forward.
Well, he set so many up, Eddie Betts.
Mackay dropped one earlier there, looking directly into the sun.
Setterfield quickly forward. Here's a chance out the back. Eddie Betts on his left. Eddie! He's a genius. He's a beauty. Phillips, the left at one end, and Eddie Betts on the left at the other. So the Blues manufacture something. Eddie Betts, he's had quite 6 weeks or so, but goal last week, nothing much doing the 4 matches prior, but he gets there first today.
Well, this Eddie Betts goal comes off the back of the repeat pressure inside forward 50, which leads to repeat entries, and Bruce touched on it. The pressure of the Carlton small forwards, even the big keys getting involved, you're allowed to set, well, it helps you set up your backline group really high. We've seen Doherty, Wiedering, these guys inside the front half for Carlton. Repeat inside 50s provide opportunities like this, and let's not undersell how difficult that kick was. If he actually fully kicked the ball would have swung away to the left. Just by half kicking it, it didn't have its full momentum going across. It just sort of held its line by half kicking it.
Well summed up from a bloke that could do something similar. Half of his 12 goals have come in the opening term this year.
Mason Cox got a fist onto it. Now a chance for Fisher. Tries to get rid of Noble. Gets rid of the football to Walsh, to Gibbons, to Golds across the face. It floats. There's a couple of Blues there. Eddie Betts. A good catch at the Gabba.
Great block by DeConing. He actually recognised Darcy Moore coming running hard for the spoil. As we see here on the replay, as soon as the footy goes up, DeConing sees Betts is in the box seat. He just puts his hands up to sort of pretend like he's going for it.
Quick thinking from DeConing. What about Eddie? Why would you doubt him? And he's got 2. Blues are back in front.
Jimmy, first time since round 6, multiple goals for Betts.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier he normally hits the scoreboard early, but it's good to see him hit the scoreboard again here. But Hamish, you mentioned he makes it look easy because he does keep it very simple. He squares himself off to the middle of the ground. He